No witam, witam. W kolejnym odcinku. Dokładnie ruszamy z tego samego miejsca. W zasadzie nawet parę sekund po tym, jak po końcu tamtego odcinka sobie przelecimy, bo tutaj nie widzę jakoś nic ciekawego. O! Ale słyszę. Siemaniu. Widzę, że tu mają bronię.
Not quiet enough.
Jak rzucam bronią, teraz mogę rzucić. Robi się unik, jak rzucam bronią, to unik jest super śmieszne, haha. Dobra. Idziemy dalej. Tu widzę, że jest jakieś do odblokowania. Ten.
It's always a pleasant surprise.
You will regret coming here.
W ogóle? Dobra, co robisz?
Should have known you would
Zginąłem!
lose.
Fuck! Zginąłem, bo nie... Fuck! Zginąłem, bo nie chciałem używać potków, bo chciałem bez potków to zrobić. Nie wiem czemu, skoro te potki ja cały czas zbieram i mam ich za dużo. Świetne... Świetnie po prostu. Świetny początek odcinka. Dobra, zaczniemy od teraz. Cześć, no witam. Witam w następnym odcinku. Zaczynamy w zasadzie chwilę pod koniec tego odcinka.
How nice.
Dobra, nie ma 1700 damage, jak pewnie ma jakieś 20 hapsów, dobra. Wszystkich dookoła tutaj poza ten te gorsze i tyle będzie z tych. Nie ma skrzynek? Infamous Foes, dobra, wbijamy. Jak tam wejść? Pewnie przez bramę. Przecież jestem za tym,
Someone there.
Bo nie ma tu nikogo innego, dobra. Są jakieś słabe te. Sneaky. Chodzimy tam. Ale odpalmy tam się jakoś inaczej wchodzi. Jeszcze nie mogę po prostu tam wejść. Ale chyba tu będziemy musieli odpalić sneaky mode. Bo to będzie Infamous, to nie chcę mi się znowu ginąć. Kurde, ginę na tej postaci jak głupek dużo razy.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
No chyba trzeba iść na sneakasa. Ale nie tak. Zobaczymy jak ją będę miał. Jak skoczyło.
Following orders. Your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind. One there.
Disrupted Ashwell with Redacto cast is the pulso. Okay. Defeat enemy with Venomous Tentacula. Okej. O kurde, mało mam tych roślin. Zawsze mam tak dużo, bo ich nie używam, teraz trochę poużywałem.
Who's there? Don't see what's the way. Not quite. Oh, we human. No! You're so very
Confringo!
When are you going to give up? Really, it is.
Confringo!
Czemu nie mają życia?
I won't rest until
Zginąłem prawie. Co jest?
Confringo!
I shall avenge your death. You won't stop me.
Confringo! Also. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Miałem pokonać ich z tentakulą i tak to wyszło. Destruction 2. Wiggled Potions. Wiggenweld Potion.
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
Co? Zabiłaś ich wszystkich, to o to ci chodzi. Coś ciekawego tutaj? Nie mogę tu zejść, więc czasami nie mogę schodzić tak o.
Ha! Revelio!
Ale nie ma nic tu ciekawego, także... O, tu jest coś ciekawego. What? Jest gdzieś w środku?
Revelio!
Może z drugiej strony? Żeby... What? Może to będzie jakaś misja, żeby... Dobra, nieważne, jedziemy do Sebastiana. Co powie teraz?
Now you should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant. If you see dear Anne Sallow, please do give her my best.
Okej, skąd znasz Ansalu? Kto to jest Ansalu?
Revelio!
Wiem, że Anna jest siostra. The well in Feldcroft ran dry some 400 years ago during a great drought. Sadly, many perished as a result, including at least one young boy whose father refused to speak for years thereafter. Legend says that all was saved when a group of benevolent witches and wizards used never-before-seen powerful magic to restore water to the region. Czy Feldcroft to jest to miasto, w którym ci je zbudowali? Jak oni się nazywali? Keepers? Możliwe. Like Pages, Hogsmeade i Highlands. Kurde, ja to jestem dobry.
Revelio!
practice armies. The residents of Felkor sometimes use this to practice their spell casting, especially in light of recent goblin attacks. Potem tu jest jakiś... Widziałem też gdzieś tam było. Pewnie na Alchomorał są dwie. To drugi, ja jeszcze nie mam. Dobra, tam też coś jest.
An intruder!
Co? Ty jesteś tutaj intruderem. Idę wejść. Blank square frame.
Revelio.
Dlaczego nie można zoomów robić? Jakiś house cap. Czy po prostu coś innego? Dobra, tam widziałem, że... Albo Quidditch, bo tutaj widzę, że ma Gryffindor i w ogóle... Tu jest skrzynia... O, tam jest The skrzynia. No to pewnie tam, gdzie trzeba mieć trzeci ten... A to jest gdzieś na dachu chyba. Dobra. Ty, jakie mam stąd wyjść? Widzę.
Revelio.
What? Aha. Fuck. Przecież wiedziałem, że jest zapełniony. To jest ten kurde dobry. Się nie resetuje, prawda? Nie będzie, że nie dostałem teraz legendarnego, bo...
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome.
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? A pleasure doing business with you.
Aha.
Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Teraz w gear. Powiedziałem, że mam tutaj coś lepszego. Equip. O, potem zmieniamy to, of course. A to chyba, tak, dobra. Potem idziemy tam, chyba. Czy tam? Nie, tu chyba to było.
Revelio.
Albo tam.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Nie, to było tam. Kurde, ja to jestem niezły. Ja tego nie lubię. Fuck. A, tutaj, dobra. Damn. Stąd idę. Get bamboozled.
Revelio.
up for a bit of dying, are we?
Revelio.
Mine now, demiguise.
Kurde, tam jest demiguise w środku, ja nie mam... Dobra. Idziemy do tego Sebastianka, co? Nice.
Alohomora.
Homora, któremu go odblokować. Orbicular Gold. Takie wejście dla trolla? Tak myślałem. Tylko po to, żeby ktoś tu wszedł, żeby się okazało, że nie da się wchodzić. Kto tu na kogo czeka, kurde? No witam.
You made it.
No shit.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Okej, chodźmy.
This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Dobra, chodźmy. Dzień dobry.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
Nie, młody Jer. Chill. Kurde. Ja chciałbym niespodziankę
I'm
zrobić,
sorry you
ona
had to
się
see
ucieszyła.
that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Ale mi się włosy tak fajnie błyszczą. No, poor Sebastian, poor.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new fifth year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
Ciekawe, bo powiedziała take away pain dokładnie tak samo jak tamci. Więc to jest...
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Dobra.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves any time soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
Czemu give... Właśnie. Hope is cruel. Hope can be the good thing. Bitch.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian.
Nie widzia...
If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
Prawda, to też.
I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Ten Angul, no dobra, jest, kurde, się jakby poddał, że nie można nic robić, ale to nie lepiej spróbować niż po prostu nic nie robić, po pierwsze. Po drugie, tak, ma rację.
Why will she not listen to me? She's my sister.
Okay.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Ta przeprosiła za tych, ten przeprosił za tego, ten przeprosił za tego. No, patolka trochę. What's right? I mean, why not try?
I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died.
Może jesteście chorzy.
After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that.
That's stupid.
Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back.
Let's go.
Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Okay. Let's go.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be... Only good wizard is a dead wizard in that book. Someone fix it! Brains of fire!
Kurde, weź.
Why don't you come up here and fight me? Why drag this out longer than necessary?
Te bloki full atak ominąłem. Dobra, szafy.
I won't fail. Put me down! You are postponed in the endeavor. Won't get away with that.
Damn.
You've made your last mistake. No,
Kurde, nie trafię.
I won't rest.
Aj, tak patrzę.
Let's get this over with. I won't rest. Dead. Not in a while. That was meant for me.
Boże, prawie zginąłem.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for.
No właśnie,
I
kurde.
tried to warn you.
Jestem taki słaby.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It sounds as if the loyalists attacked Anne without cause.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I'm convinced that they were trying to hide something. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne.
Okay.
Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. but that's all I ever heard.
Okej. Dawaj, hajsiło.
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
Z drugiej strony to co, nie mogą sobie kopać?
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
No, do zmywania sobie tutaj mam na czym. O, I know this.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Confringo!
Dobra, zrobimy kółko. Coś tu jeszcze jest?
Revelio!
Ja chcę to...
Confringo! Closer!
Jakiś lag.
Ha!
Chcę tam wejść właśnie. Powinno zadziałać do końca. Dobrze.
Confringo!
Kurde.
Closer!
Co jest?
Confringo! Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
To nieźle wystarczyło nacisnąć X, jak tam byłem obok.
Sebastian,
Mówiłem, że widziałem.
this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Confringo!
Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
Lumos, there might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
I traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fruitless consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Jakieś roślinki. Jakiś puszony.
Confringo! Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange,
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Here we go! A tutaj pierwsze, czyli najpierw przeczytam drugie, a potem pierwsze. It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fewer may pass, the skin may mend and scar. What? A fever, if you were. A fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I saw a man, much like my father, who had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help those souls. It seems as arbitrary not to help them as it would be to rid them of their torment.
Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Yes, you should. Au.
Revelio.
Jeszcze jakieś entries? Nie, nie wiedziałem. Do Undercroft. Croft. Na tej ścianie jest...
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
No, klucz był na tej ścianie. Jak portki, wygląda jak ten klucz portki. Wow.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
No
A
shit.
note. Let's have a look.
Najpierw sprawdźmy, co tutaj było. Nice. Znowu te okularki takie. Znaczek Ancient Magic, ok. I potem jakieś coś tam.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not.
Nice.
Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had
Okay.
no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch.
No i spoko.
Till then.
Till then. Ciao. Complete main quest. Let's go. Dostaniemy jakąś owcę, chciałem powiedzieć. Jakąś sowę od kogoś? Z misją? Nie, mam jeszcze jedną. A, mamy tego na psaka. Widziałem chyba. Tak. Quest. Talk to Sirona in the Ryan Broomsticks. Ryan. O, masz. Talk to Sirona Ryan through Broomsticks. Demiguises. Medallion Keys. Easily put under brew. Check with Dick. Check in with Dick. Dobra. Let's check in with Dick. Albo nie, let's... Talk to Sirona. A tu co to jest? Dobra, talk to Sirona. A przy okazji... Możemy... Czy już sprzedaliśmy rzeczy? Sprzedaliśmy tamtego. Tam widziałem przy okazji jest też jakiś inny sidequest. Więc let's go.
Glad you came.
I'm glad you came. Na górze? What?
Revelio.
A, jeszcze nie będę się wyjść. What? To jest na zewnątrz w ogóle. Kurde. To jestem niezły. A, jest jakieś światło razi aż. O. Jakieś rzutkiewkowe ciastka. Kurde, nie da się zeskoczyć po prostu.
I'll fix him. That charm grinder.
Charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
Dobra. Robimy wszystkie sidequesty, let's go.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar. This must be it.
Dobra. Azkaban.
This must be the cellar. Find that venomous tentacula. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
Gdzie muszę iść?
What could be stirring in the cellar? Must have been the spiders.
Prawie od razu to spaliłem. Mistrz.
Where is that venomous tentacula?
Totalus. Jak on to nie widzą?
So many spiders. I wonder if they haven't taken over the whole house.
Daj mi wszystkiego. Masz jakieś mandragory tutaj? Bo mi się chyba kończy. Mandrake, let's go. Knockass, Mandrake, let's go. Sorry.
Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes.
Pytanie, okej.
Revelio.
To zabrania.
Confringo.
Frameless tinted spectacles.
Aloha Mora.
Hello, Mora. Czemu nie, prawda? Hogsmeade. Właśnie wiem, że equipping with ten, ale... No, nie. Znowu to samo.
Completed that errand for me yet?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. Let's see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose.
No, fair.
I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's.
Ale mam bas.
Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
Dragonhide Herbologist. Nice. I takiego ziomka to lubię, bo niektórzy czasami jak śmiesz, coś zapłatę za to. A ten spoko. Cool. Fair. Fair enough. Let me talk
Glad
to
you came.
I'm glad you came.
Hello, Serena. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Okay.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Mhm. Właśnie.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Okay.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me.
I'm sorry,
And to
Mom.
Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
I never meant to hurt you.
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Please do give Dot my love. Okej. Idziemy na North Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Już robiłem. Już reweliowałem. Co to? Jakiś hairstyles?
Hello. And how would one like to be styled today?
Hello.
Oh, come in. Come in. Welcome to Madame Snelling's Tress Emporium. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly. Oh, Snelly, why aren't you studying to be an aura? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry, and I'm here thriving. Absolutely thriving. But look at you. Look at you. I can certainly see why you paid me a visit. Looking for a change, are we?
Sama jest. Masz coś ciekawego? Zobaczmy.
Why not, I say? What sort of change?
Some are going for that muggle with consumption, sort of death becomes me allure. But you won't find poisons here. No need for chloride of lime or ammonia when you have magic.
Magic.
Why don't you spend a moment choosing how you'd like to look? You can change your hair too if you'd like.
What services do you offer?
What service do you...
What is it you might be interested in?
Za 20 golda. Nie po to tyle wybieraliśmy, żeby teraz zmieniać, ale zawsze można już z nią pogadać. Dobra, bank.
You can stop by anytime.
THX. To ona ma taki fajny kolor. Kolorowy. Kolorowy kolor ma. Dobra, idziemy dalej. Ja chcę, żebym szedł... Może do tego. Ja pójdę tędy i co teraz? Nie ma tam przejścia? Bo gdzie on chce, żebym ja szedł? A, po ścieżce jakoś. Dobra, porąbało cię po ścieżce. Aul. Pewnie mogę się przeteleportować tam, ale... Ale skoczyłem. Where are you?
Merlin himself would be proud.
Przed chwilą widziałem coś, jakoś mnie coś... Co?
Revelio.
zadziałało? Jakoś nie widziałem, że zadziała. OP to jest. Dobra. Challenges. Combat. Inferno. Spiders. Quests. Main quests. Free guide pages. 72% już nice. Room of requirement needs. Collection. Trades. Powinienem używać te trace'y czasami chociaż. Da się w ogóle używać te trace'y? Da się, kogo ja oszukuję. Fajne to. Dragon Hide Herbology Gloves. Equip. Neckwear. Equip. Zmiana. Ten z fajnym smokiem. Bierzemy to sobie teraz. Oksy. Jakieś ciekawsze oksy. What? Silver Half Rim Spectacles. Ok. Bookish Half Rim Spectacles. A dobra, trochę się kolor tych rączek zmienia. Chyba, nie wiem. Czy bez oksów? Nie, z oksami musi być z oksami. Let's go. Wand handles. Dobra. Może nie. Tak jest, nie da. Okej. Inventory. Diagram, noteski i Knotgrass Spring. Youth Usability Potion. Talents. Spells. Successful variant of local diagram, okay. Stealth. Rule requirement. Dobra. Nie odblokowałem się speli, które chcę ulepszyć. Dobra. Back. Fuck. Teraz są dobre. Moonstone. Yay.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Mrs. Sprottle. Dzień dobry.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with
Believe
me.
it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Serona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Serona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Serona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Mirabelle. I like Mirabelle. Nie to, że Mirabelle to jeszcze garlic. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Dagbot warning. Dagbot sighting. Be careful. Okay. Ten chcę, żebym kurde... O! Jakiś stolik? Dobra. Co ja chciałem? A. Really?
Confringo!
Po pierwsze to. Po drugie to. Więcej razy zginąłem grając... Więcej zginąłem razy nagrywając ten odcinek niż w poprzednich, kurde, poprzednich moich games postaciami przed poprzednimi moimi, kurde, bele. Oh.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
I dream of making a better world for me.
How to control you! Did you learn that, you fancy stone?
I've seen Billywigs and more sting.
Zginąłem, co się dzieje? Co to ma być? Czemu jestem taki słaby tutaj? What the heck? Wydaje mi się, że to przez to, że... Dobra.
That's what you got!
I never expected that from you. Where did it go? Yeah. I've seen Billy with
Jeszcze coś, kurde. Hej,
Your poaching days are over.
czemu to było takie słabe? Muszę poćwiczyć, muszę więcej speli sobie.
This must be the cabin Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Horclamp Hollow. Hollow from the other
So I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Ah, that's all the Horclamps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Tylko jedna. Collect Sirona letters. Ale tu może też coś będzie fajnego. Tak, tu będzie jakaś bitwa, bo spadam. Descendo de pulso, dobra.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
O Boże. Invisibility potion, thunder brew against enemies. Nie mam invisibility. Ale ja mogę zacząć. Nie trafiłem. Ale bombę dostałem.
should think they felt that in London.
Confringo!
Lumos.
Tu jest zaprowadzić. No wyjścia jakiegoś pewnie będą chciał się wracać na to. A jest skrzynka jakaś. Dobra. Wiórki tutaj. O kurde, ale długie. Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the others first years. I confessed I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents, asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. I są przecinki, muszę oddychać. How did you know? I presume you are not secretly legilimens, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall the sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I look at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, content witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose the path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Plotter that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Spotter whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I may have left the team altogether. And now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. My dear Sirona. My dear Sirona. My dear Sirona. I have sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Broder for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about the ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Brattle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I should be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in the next week's match. You know that the Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most grateful, yours, Philomena.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
No shit. Przed chwilą przeczytałaś przeczytałaś jakieś kurde 3. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were glad to hear that you and I had spent afternoon at Gladrax last Saturday. Truth to be hold. I think my mother... Pytanie, czy mnie w ogóle słychać? I think... I shouldn't... No, mama... What? Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladgrass last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodies of my new dress. Bodajże. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head, but I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelous fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomstick without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like the one that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprotter agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Your Graceful Sirona. Jeszcze jeden gdzieś tu powinien być. Już przegapiłem. Tutaj.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneak into the kitchen and ask Frankie to make me your favorite, cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Frankie. Best.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Forbidden Forest? What the hell? What the hell? Dobra, szczerze myślałem, że przed chwilą mówiłem, że kończymy to, ale nie pamiętam, czy to był ten odcinek, czy poprzedni. Bo jak gram w tą grę, to ten czas tak mija, że ja nie wiem, to idziesz po prostu tutaj, potem tylko jedziesz jeszcze tu, potem tylko to, potem tu się coś odkrywa i tylko tu dostajesz list i robisz tylko to, tylko. Jeszcze jedno, jeszcze... ostatni. I 1,5 godziny później dopiero zanosisz listy do Shirona. Tak to jest. Uda mi się? Uda mi się. A co mamy na horyzoncie? Kurde. Czemu nie da się przejść nad? Mógłbyś zrobić taką bańkę, że nie możesz wlecieć ale że możesz przelecieć. To było dobre.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Here I come. O. Zachód, wschód, słońce na Hogwartu. Nad Hogwartem, za Hogwartem, przy Hogwarcie. It's something more beautiful. It's beautiful. Dobra. Run. Run. Ale mi gardło boli. Nie wiem, czy jestem chory, czy... Wydaje mi się, że jestem trochę chory. Plus... Kurde, przy nagrywaniu gadam więcej niż wcześniej w ciągu całych moich dni. No witam.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
The one that got away. May I ask you about the letters in the box?
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
To wiemy, że tak. A to?
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years.
Nice.
Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Keg shelf. Okej, ciekawe. Dobra. No i na tym skończymy ten odcinek. Jesteśmy w Hogsmeade. Tutaj widzimy się w Hogsmeade za jakiś czas, nie wiem za ile. No i co ja mogę powiedzieć? Patrzyłem kluski z rosołem.